Hey guys, M.V.K here coming to you again. How's everybody doing out there? And I wanted to wait for the last recap slash reviews for last week's episode of Green Lantern and Young Justice to give it a little bit more of an epic feel because tomorrow is the series finale for both seasons, both for cartoons. So I thought I'd wait. But for all you guys out there that do appreciate my recap slash reviews and love the fact that I leave links so you can watch the episode if you missed it, here it is, no problem, once again. So just enjoy. This episode, which was episode 25 of the series, was entitled Ranx. Ranx, I hope I'm saying it right. And pretty much, if last week's episode was anything of an indication of going south, this one kind of even goes a little bit further. So pretty much, in a sense, the attempt on, stopping Aya didn't go well. And they pretty much, Scar, she basically teleporting away. Aya is smashing into the interceptor and pretty much in a last effort to basically send her away, and buying them some time to pretty much figure out what's going on. Hal has been receiving a strange signal on his ring when Appa appears. Basically when Appa comes to ask him what's going on, they say something about a planet, an abandoned planet on his Ranx, and the Guardians are all the Lanterns gonna be there and try to figure out what's going on there. So before the team arrives, Guy Gardner and seemingly basically almost seems like the entire Corps is there, and they're pretty much deflecting, being attacked by a huge Manhunter armada. It seems like the Manhunters want to get into this planet as well. When Hal and the gang get there, it's revealed Guy Gardner and all of them are there, and Hal, how Hal and Guy ain't really getting along too much. It was revealed. Guy reveals that he's been bumped up to honor guard, and so pretty much that pisses Hal off even more. He's like, how the heck you get bumped up to honor guard and everything like that? And so he's like, okay, so who's replaced us now on Earth? Who's the Earth Green Lantern? Sector 2184. And so finally, Guy says, I don't know, some guy called John Stewart. So we get a first induction that, yeah, John Stewart is now the Green Lantern of Earth. And then Hal replies that was really interesting. He says the fake news guy. And, pretty much they realize that they can't get through. And, Guy's giving Hal a hard time. He's like, you're not going in and everything like that. And, pretty much, Hal's like, man, screw you. We're going in. And so Razor hatches a plan to employ the meditation techniques he's learned from when he learned from Saint Walker when he was on with the Blue Lanterns, how to block all emotions so they can render themselves undetectable by the Manhunters. And it works. It works. And pretty much they go right through. But however, eventually they can't keep it long, and pretty much they get caught. Well, they don't get caught, but the Manhunters sense it and they go in after them. Pretty much, but other than that, they pretty much are able to deploy and drop these Manhunters that chase after them when they get through the force field of the planet. And pretty much inside the planet, they are going through all these corridors and everything like that, and booby traps are landing on them and everything like that. And Hal's pleading with whoever is contacting them, look, you asked us here, let us help you and everything like that. And pretty much it is finally when they get to the end of the rabbit hole, in a sense, it is revealed that the person that, or the being that has been contacting Hal is none other than the anti-monitor himself. His head is still alive, and he explains everything to them, and then he goes on to reel that uh, basically Aya just tore his head off, basically, but his conscience remained intact, and he was drawn to this planet and everything like that. So he pretty much was able. He set to rebuild himself to make him even more powerful, but somehow, unfortunately, big bad Aya comes a knocking, and the Guardian and the rest of the Corps ain't no match for her. I mean, she literally just nearly wipes the floor with Guy in a sense, and she pretty much gets to inside, and kind of we see, the anti-monitor tell, Aya, like, look, we join up together, I can help you do all the things you want to do. And Aya's like, please. And she just crushes the anti-monitor's head, and it pretty much once again looking bleak, pretty much. So in a sense, it's like, oh my god, like, how is this gonna end? How is this gonna end? But this was a very good cliffhanger episode in a sense. And yes, the series is coming to an end tomorrow. It's very sad because this was a great show. But I thought it'd be great to, leave off, do the recap later in the month, later in the week, to lead up into tomorrow. So my guess is everybody did enjoy this episode. I thought it was very interesting that Jon Stewart got a mention, but still I wish it was Kyle Rayner instead of Jon Stewart. Don't get me wrong, I like Jon Stewart, but it once again, this just leaves you with a bittersweet taste in your mouth. And you could see that next season, if there was another season, that they were probably going to do Blackest Night or something like that. It looks like they were going to go with that. And other than that, guys, if you did miss the episode, and I'm hoping nobody did, but if you did, as always, there'll be a link in the description so you can watch it, so you can be, okay, I know what's going on. But other than that, you take care, and I'm on to the next.